Okay, we're going to make unisex scarves, and these are 2-layered scarves. I bought some Blizzard fleece, which is the softer, thicker fleece, and what I did was I bought 4.5 yards, and I folded it over in half, and then I folded it over again. So I measured it 16 inches. So as you can see, I started it an inch over, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And once I cut that on a straight line, I'm going to have enough material for 2 scarves and they're going to be double layered. So the 4.5 yards cost me $3.49 per yard. I got it on sale at one of the fabric stores in town, and it's going to make quite a few scarves, and each of these are going to be used as a Christmas gift, and each Christmas gift is going to be well under $2, so it's a really great thing, especially when you're on a budget at Christmas time and have a lot of people to buy for. Okay, I'm using a rotary tool. It's got a blade on it, kind of like a pizza cutter, and it's got a safety latch right here, so you can put the safety latch on and no one will get hurt. When you're ready to cut, you open it, and then I have this measuring tool. It's like a big plastic ruler, and I just press down on it, and I'm just going to go across, pressing down so the ruler doesn't move out of place, and just cut the fabric. And you can see how thick this is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. And what I did was, the bolts of material is already folded in half. So then once you cut it, it's just one big long scarf, and it's 8 inches across. And what we're going to do is just fold it over like this, and then we're going to sew it with the sewing machine up along here, and it's going to be double layered. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tuck it in on the ends, pin it, and then seal it. Just go across with the sewing machine. They're really easy to make, very inexpensive, very soft, very warm, and black goes with just about everything, so it's perfect for a gift. Okay, so we're going to do this one more time. Make sure you put your hand inside and flatten it out like that so there's no bumping in here. We want it totally smooth and even. And it doesn't matter that this is even, because once you cut it and you pull it out, it's all the same. So once again, we're going to measure 16 inches across, because when we fold it over, it's going to be an 8-inch scarf. And we're just going to line up our ruler all the way down on the lines. I'm using a self-healing cutting mat, and we're just going to cut it with a rotary cutter, or if you don't have a rotary cutter, can't talk today, just use a pair of scissors. If you don't have a ruler like this, you can use a yardstick. You can use measuring tape, or, if you can measure it across, you can just put a couple of pins. Put a pin here and along, the center and the end, and then just follow with your scissors. Okay, I haven't even used all of the material yet, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scarves. So I've got 6 scarves. You do not have to sew these scarves. They're fine the way they are. But I'm going to sew them. So if you just wanted to make a really fast project, fleece doesn't fray, so you can just cut it and leave it like this. This would make an excellent gift just like this. Also, I wanted to show you, when you get to the end of your bolt, or around or near the end, I think I have about a little over a yard left here. I took off a half a yard to save for my dog. So I'm going to make him a little coat for Christmas, so I'm really just using 4 yards total. This is stretchy material. It stretches, it moves. This is not rocket science, so if you find that, you know, your cuts aren't perfectly even, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to notice anything. But like I said, if you come to the end and you're like this, just take your cutter, take your ruler, just place it along the smallest end, even up the lines, and then just cut it. And then go from there. Do another 18 inches across. I should be able to get 2 more scarves out of this. So we're probably looking at about 8 scarves for 4 yards, and those are double layered scarves. So if you just do single layered scarves, you're probably looking at 16 scarves for 4 yards of fabric. And it took me about 10 minutes to cut 6 so far. So there we go. I just cut this little piece off. Just toss it. And then we'll make another couple of scarves. I've just got my little sewing machine set up over here on a TV tray with my comfortable couch and my pillow. And I've got my 9 double layered scarves all ready to go here, one right after another. I've got my, I've got my stitch set to number 2, and I'm just doing a regular basic straight stitch, which is A on my machine, and we'll just get started. It won't take long at all. If you're worried about your scarf being perfectly even on the ends, which doesn't really matter after you sew it together, if it's not, you just snip it or tuck it in, because we're going to sew it across the ends anyway. You can take a couple of pins and just put a pin here and maybe a few inches down, all the way down to the end. Just lay it on a table and lay it flat, smooth it out, put your edges together, and then sew it together. So when you put your material in the machine, I have it set to A, which this is a basic stitch, and it is set on a 2.5. Over here I have it at a 1/4 of an inch, and I'm not bothering to use any pins because I don't really need it. You just make sure that your material is lined up as you gently guide it through the foot here. So don't pull and push, just gently guide it. And I just have a basic foot here, and I have my bobbin tension between a 4 and a 3. Once you've sewn your scarf together, turn it right side out. So just stick your arm in there, turn it all the way around, and you'll have this almost invisible seam. So then you're going to take the side, because it's a tube scarf, and you're going to fold it over on the end about 2 inches. Pin it, take this piece off of your machine so you can get it in there and go all the way around. And I'm going to sew it about a 1/2 inch. And I've got my stitch set to 2.5. These are the finished scarves, and I used a zigzag stitch, tucked it in, stitched it. If you're making a bunch of these, all the same color, and you're giving them to people in your family or people that interact with one another, it might be a good idea to just make a little decoration. I actually used embroidery thread, and on each scarf I put a different little symbol, because I'm going to be giving these to all of my exchange students, and there are 7 kids in the household right now, so they all got black double layered fleece scarves, and each one has a symbol, and it ended up costing me about $1.50 per scarf, which in the store, if you were to buy something similar, it would be at least $10 per scarf. So save a lot of money, you make great gifts, and I hope you have a great time making your scarves, and have a happy holiday.